He appears, devours the caster and any other model in 3 inches. Anyone devoured dies. Are you kidding me? Are you bloody kidding me? Who else is within 3 inches? Okay, good news. Andy's the only one who survives. Everyone else is dead. Game over. End of video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to me moving the camera. We're at Rise of the Jailer. We're at the conclusion of this story arc, which is from Bestiarum Games or Bestiarum Miniatures, and it is for the Forbiddenpsalm rule set. Now, we have completed the Burial Isle set of adventures. That was a 3-part Forbiddenpsalm campaign, but the story continues into this, the Rise of the Jailer. Now, both of these adventure packs are free to new Patreon subscribers, along with all the miniatures that you need, STL files, to play these adventures. But you can also purchase them on places like My Mini Factory. You also get these adventures as a 5th edition D&D format, which is a lot more detailed, a lot more content and puzzles and everything else. But the Forbiddenpsalm is very much just the tabletop battles. And it's still great fun. What we have here is the setup for, like I say, Rise of the Jailer. Over to the left, we have the warband sheet and also the miniatures for the warband. Yep, they're over there. Get into focus, your sword. There you go. So that's all ready. And then we also have, get the focus working properly. We also have the board all set up over there. This is using WorldWorks Games Hellworks set. Papercrafts, you can print this out. Base it. You'll also notice that there are a few extra pieces of terrain which I've added here. 3 pieces for this scenario. I actually printed out 4, but if we take a look, let's see if I can zoom into one of them. Yeah, these are, I think they're called bone walls. They're from one of the undead releases by Bestiarum. I think it was, I can't remember what it was. Eternal something? Eternal Crusade, something like that. But they're from one of the undead releases. They're these outcroppings of bones and skulls and everything else. What else have we got? Okay, down here we've got all the dice we need. We have the two sets of standard sort of role-playing dice, all the way from D4s up to D20s. I've got a bunch of D10s here to mark the current health of the baddies that we're going to face. And there's also another D20 there. The reason for that is the big baddie is going to have like 30 health. So I'm going to need a D20 and a D10 because I don't have a D30. But everything is ready. Like I say, I have my warband here ready to enter this side of the board. Now, I'm a little bit worried because in this adventure there isn't there's no opportunity to run away. If you've watched the other videos in this series, you'll notice that I've kind of taken the flee route, if it's there, sort of run away. But this one, I have to fight to the death, either my death or their death. So yeah, there's no escape in this scenario. You enter, and only the victor may leave. So I haven't got much choice here. Which has me a little bit worried because my warband isn't crazy strong. I have purchased some extra weapons with the gold. I had sort of a few more powerful weapons, but like I say, I don't know. Let's have a quick look at those while I remember. Okay, what have we got? Okay, I'm not wearing my microphone, so I apologise if the sound's suddenly gone to the left. What have we done? So we have given Skinflint a glaive. We've given Reed, the wizard, a bow, because he sucks in hand to hand, and no matter how hard I try and keep him away from hand to hand, he always gets in there. But I have given him a bow just in case. Oh yes, I did buy some armour for Reed. And also backpacks for everybody. So I did a little bit of kitting out, because the way that I was doing it was that while I was on Burial Isle, I didn't think that there would be anywhere to purchase or find stuff. But now we've come back to the mainland following these cultists. I'm thinking that as we're chasing them, we may go through villages or hamlets where we could pick stuff up. That's why I haven't been purchasing anything up until now. Right, now, I am going to go through the scenario intro. I'm going to read it from the scenario. If you don't want to listen to the narration, fast forward. There'll be a little timestamp. Fast forward to the battle in a minute. But I'm now going to read this scenario intro so we know what the hell's going on. All right. Baptism in blood. Rise of the jailer. Okay. The warband trails the cultists for 2 days, following the hooded figures back to the shores of the western reaches on the first day and through an overgrown wood on the second. They carry a large wooden box which you know is filled with whatever arcane substance they extracted from the underground burial tomb. Well, because we did the Burial Isle scenario first, we know that it's the corrupted godblood. Careful to maintain a distance and staying several miles behind the group, the warband follows as they finally come to an old church as night falls. The structure rises above the surrounding trees. It is lit by rings of softly glowing candles that surround its exterior. The place looks to have been abandoned for many years. Wild grass and twisting vines have encroached upon it, creeping up the sides of the building. The warband follows the cultists and watches as they begin to prepare and perform the ritual to awaken the jailer. Uh-oh. The warband attacks and kills the cultists, but before the warbands can strike him down, Tomit, the cultist leader, laughs at them as he dashes away into the night, informing the warband that it's too late and the jailer is coming. The warbands quickly read the discarded ritual texts of the cultists and realize they must kill the jailer before he transitions to the mortal realm. To do so means they must make a blood sacrifice to pass over to the other side and fight him before he becomes too strong. Ooh, blimey. Yeah, that's a little bit nasty. So essentially we have to kill this jailer creature before it can come to the mortal plane, which means we have to basically pass over to a different dimension. What else is that? Okay, so goal is to kill the jailer. Rewards, well, we get 10 XP. The board is supposed to be 12 inches by 16 inches. This is a little bit bigger, not by much. So, to make it to the jailer's realm, the party has to give a blood sacrifice. Okay, so we've got to select one model and it suffers D6 damage before the scenario starts. Oh no. That could be extremely unfair, knowing my dice rolling and the dice god curse. Okay. So what do we have? Well, over here in between the statues, we have the entrance that will be coming through on the plane. We have, okay, so these things here that I mentioned earlier, these bone walls that I printed out from Bestiarum, these terrain pieces, they are going to be called sacrificial clusters. And during the game, cultists can emerge from these to attack me. I mean, there's another little bit of narrative that I need to talk. But essentially, the big baddie is going to appear here, in this area here. And then each round, roll a d6 for each sacrificial cluster, of which there are 3. On a 4+, spawn a cultist within 1 inch. However, for solo play, it says that the cultists only spawn on a 5+. Thank God for that. But there are 3 potential cultists every turn. Did I print off enough? Again, it's like was it scenario 2? I didn't print out enough undead for that mission, but I've got 7 cultists printed and painted. I have, I think, a bunch more that are not painted, but we shall see how we go. Right, now, there is another text box here with some more narrative, which is supposed to be for the RPG, the 5e version, but I'm going to read it because it all adds to the story. Again, if you don't want to hear it, fast forward to the action. Now, here we go. When the party arrives, read. So essentially, we have made the blood sacrifice. I'll roll for that at the start of the battle, who takes the damage. But essentially, we have made the sacrifice and we pass on to this other realm, this demon realm where the jailer is. Right. You come to your senses before a great pool of swirling blood and flesh. There you go. That's that thing there. Standing knee-deep at the center of the pool is a naked man with a handsome face and slicked back brown hair. You watch in horror as the flesh is torn from his body, his skin and muscles disintegrating, revealing the pulsating veins and organs beneath. He lets out a maddened laugh of ecstasy as his own flesh swirls around him, reforming and coalescing again, reshaping his form into a strange demonic being, winged and slender yet beautiful. From all around you hear a bellowing voice, a deep, grinding resonance that echoes through your very mind and body.
Rise, my servant, as Andras, Marquis of Torment, leave me now. We have intruders.
The man kneels and spreads his wings, preparing for flight. As he lifts into the air, the ground begins to tremble. The viscous liquid in the pool seethes and roils, forming rippling crests and waves. An enormous bloated arm explodes out of the pool, and then another, digging into the ground, and pulling forth a malformed abomination of gigantic proportions. Dripping in blood, the hideous thing groans, steps forth on elephant-like legs. It draws forth a serrated whip made of sinew and bone. Uh-oh, jailer's here, and he ain't happy. Right, so that is just a little bit more narrative. Now it's time to get this party started. It's time to deploy my warband here at the entrance. I've got to do the blood sacrifice. I've got to select one of them to take d6 damage, and we are going to start the battle. All right, blood sacrifice time. I am going to select Andy the Thankless because of 2 reasons. One, he has the highest hit points in the warband with 11, but also he's equipped with the vampiric tongue short sword, which he can actually use to heal himself as well. So I'm hoping that his loss of hit points won't be a permanent thing, that he'll start to heal it back once he starts whacking the cultists and the jailer. So he is going to lose d6 hit points or d6 wounds because of the sacrifice. Here we go. Wish me luck. d6, 3, 2, 1. I bloody knew it. All right, so he's going to start the game on 6 hit points. Oh, please, Andy, survive. The thing is, if Andy dies, he changes into a blooming vampire, doesn't he? Oh, that's the drawback of that sword, isn't it? Let me just double check. Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have. Oh, it's too late now. But maybe I shouldn't have picked Andy because if the wielder ever dies, this is a vampiric tongue short sword, the relic that I found. If he ever dies, spawn a blood rage vampire and follow normal monster rules. Ah, balls. Oh god, I think we're screwed. Right, that's the blood sacrifice done. On with the game. Right, we are at the gameplay. We are at, like I say, scenario 4 of this story arc, which is now the rise of the jailer. Speaking of which, the narrative, the intro, did say that a certain jailer creature emerged from the depths. So I suppose we'd better put the jailer. Such a nice model. And again, this model does come free in the welcome pack when you join the Bestiarum Patreon. It is a big model. Let me just get one of the cultists. The cultists are your typical sort of 30-32 mil. And this is the size difference. The jailer's a bit of a meaty boy. Now, I think a little bit of a warning. The jailer does come in 3 parts. You have the whip, which needs to be attached. You have the top part and you have the bottom part. But a word of warning, if I remember correctly, the bottom part is hollow, but it doesn't come with drain holes. So, highly recommended, if you print this out, add drain holes to, I think it was the bottom part. Check both parts, because one of them, if I remember correctly, they're both hollow, just because of the size of them. They're both hollow, but one of them didn't have drain holes. So be very, very careful. But it is an awesome miniature. Not the best paint job, obviously. But yeah, this is what we're up against. Now, this bugger, let me put him down, because he's supposed to arrive there, like that. There he is in all his jailer goriness. Now, we do have a little bit of a problem. Because stats, right, the cultists, which could arrive every turn, they are, let's have a look. Hit points 8. They have a wicked blade, which does d6 damage, and they have armor 1. Now, their morale is 8 normally, but if they're within 6 inches of the jailer, which is a lot of this small board, their morale goes up to 12. At least they're not immune to morale like the other creatures that we've fought so far. Now, here comes the even worse news. The jailer. 30 hit points. Now, that's not the bad part. He's got 3 armor. So I've got to do a minimum of 4 damage to him to do even 1 point. Oh, he's got a spined whip. Again, this thing here. Again, be careful when you attach this. A little bit fragile. Does d8 damage. Doesn't have morale, so he can't be forced to run away. His whip has a range of 3 inches. Now, it gets worse. When a cultist dies within 8 inches, which again is pretty much all the board, it heals 5 hit points. Right, so the aim of the mission is to attack the jailer and ignore the cultists. I can't afford to kill the cultists because this kit's going to heal 5 hit points every time. This isn't going to be pretty. But we shall try. The aim is to focus as much damage as we can on the jailer whilst trying to survive the attentions of the cultists. That's the aim. Like I said, the problem is he's got 3 armor, so I've got to do at least 4 damage to him before he takes anything. This could be a very long fight as well, since he's got 30 hit points. Right, I've got my dice ready. I've got my book ready in case I've got any problems. I've got my quick reference sheet here, character and warband sheet here. I've got my omen cards here. They've got my cultists. I've got a bunch of the cultists printed up and painted. So these guys are ready. Again, I don't know whether I'm going to have enough for the mission. I've got 7. I've also got some, I think, civilians from one of the other sets, but you do get a whole bunch of cultists in the welcome pack. Right, enough talking, enough avoiding the blooming thing. Let's get fighting! Right, again, unless this scenario says otherwise, partly always goes first. I'm a little bit worried. Now, I did actually manage to increase Uriboti's, I think I raised his agility, which also increases his speed. So he's not a slow bugger anymore. He's sort of medium slow, the same as the rest of the team. I've got move of 3, move of 3, move of 3, move of 5, move of 3. Okay, so Andy's the fastest, but he's the one who got the blood sacrifice, so he doesn't have a lot of hit points. So I don't really want him to go in by himself, because this bugger is rolling d8 for damage, so he can actually kill Andy in one go. Reed does have a bow, he does have his Flaming Hands scroll, so that could be useful. Right, let's get going. So, the only thing I can do with the other guys is charge in, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll charge in with the bods, so they can move plus another move, which is 6 inches. They can go to there, and there. Now, Andy can actually run 10, but like I said, I don't really want him. Should I have invested in more missile weapons? Andy, what should I do with Andy? See, the monsters are going to go towards the closest enemy, so what I'm going to do is just going to move. I'm just going to move Andy. I'm just going to move him here. So he's no closer, but no farther away. And then Reed, I'm going to move and shoot. So again, the thing is, because the jailer's so big, I think I can fire over the top of my friends. So I'm going to play safe and sort of just stay as close as I can. Right, spells, I'm assuming has a range of 12, the same as all the others. Yeah, 12 inches. So, okay, he's within range. So, Reed is going to do Flaming Hands of Saint Vilmerex. Why? Instead of using his bow? Because it's cruel. I know that it is a scroll. I know that spells have danger. Right, so we're going to be rolling. It is a presence test. So, I need a 10. I need a 10 to hit. Come on. Guess what I rolled? Can you see? Can you see what I rolled? Yes, that is a fumble. That is a fumble. The first roll of the game, and we fumble. I don't believe this. I couldn't script this to be any worse. Okay. On a fumble, you immediately roll on the calamity table, adding any incurred tragedies. Right, well, we currently have 1 tragedy. So I'm rolling a d20 plus 1. Oh, God. What happened last time? Because this has happened before. I have to be honest, I haven't cast a huge amount of spells. And I've already had. All right. So we're rolling a d20 plus 1. Come on, this is where I want to roll low, I think. We get... Got an 18, plus 1 is 19, and a 19. He appears. Devours he. Who's he? He appears, devours the caster and any other model in 3 inches. Anyone devoured dies. Are you kidding me? Are you bloody kidding me? Who else is within 3 inches? Okay, good news. Andy's the only one who survives. Everyone else is dead. Game over. End of video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. No. No. I just killed 4 of my warband members in the first turn. No combat, 1 spell, and 4 of my warband members gets devoured. All that's left is Andy, who's on 6 wounds, or 6 life, out of 11, because he was the blood sacrificed, up against the jailer. Andy the Thankless. I could end the video here, but it's not really showing off. It's not really showing off the game, is it? So what I'm going to do is, oh dear, what should I do? Should I? Okay, so what I'm going to do is, at the end of this scenario, I'm just going to wipe this warband because they did get devoured according to the dice. According to the calamity, they did get devoured. So this warband is no more. At the end of this scenario, they're basically all going to be dead, and I'm going to have to roll up a new warband for the next adventure. All right? But for your viewing pleasure, we're going to forget that. And I think we're going to roll it again. Let's try again. +1 is 15. Oh no. Right, so what we got? 14 + 1 is 15. Right, what we got? The caster is transformed into a blind penguin. For D4 rounds, cannot cast spells. All attacks are changed to a beak attack, D4 damage. It's going to be a penguin for 2 rounds. So let's go with that. Well, I don't have, surprisingly, I don't actually have any penguin tokens or suitable minis. I got that, like I say, from that Archvillain Games. But I do have a seagull token, which we'll have to do. So, okay, for two rounds, Reed transforms into a penguin and can't do bugger all. Okay, damn it. But good news, the tragedy marker is gone. It's all going pear-shaped already. Turn 1 isn't even finished yet. Alright, so that is the end of the warband's turn. Well done, Reed. Back to your usual uselessness. Right, now it is the monster's turn. So the only monster we have at the moment is the jailer. He will move 2d6 towards the nearest enemy or thing that is not of his monster type. Now again, in the Forbidden Psalm book, it says that monsters will move towards the nearest monster that's not the same type as them. But here, I think it's pretty obvious they're all working for the same side. So the jailer's going to attack me. He's going to move 6 inches, which should be easily enough for him to charge in. And he is within 1 inch of 3 of my guys. I don't think he's not within 1 inch of Andy just yet. So he will move in and he will attack. Well, I mean, he'll attack the one in the center, which is Urimodi, which is my boss, my leader. So the jailer is going to attack. Now, there is no rules that says that he has bonuses to his attacks, so he's just hitting on a 12, as per usual for monsters. So he rolls to hit. He gets a 17. No. He does D8 damage. Oh, God. Where's the D8? Oh, God. 1. Thank God for that. Right, he does 1 damage. Urimoti has 2 armor, so doesn't take any damage at all. Excellent. Now, Urimoti will hit back. He's using his Ulfbrecht sword, which is strength. He has a strength of 2. 10 to hit. He gets a 4. He misses. Of course he does. He doesn't get the minus because he's got friends within range. Oh no, this is not a good start. Right, monster turn is finished. End of turn, we now have to check and see if any cultists appear. Now, for solo play, it is on a 5+. If you're doing co-op, it's on a 4+. So, let's see. Cultist here. Yes, crap. Here. No. Here. No. Okay, so 1 cultist appears, and Tickapally comes there. So next turn he'll be able to come out. Oh no. Right, Warband's turn. We need to muller this thing, don't we? So I think all of them are just going to whack. So first we'll do Urimoti. So Urimoti's going to hit... No, let's start with Skinflint. Actually, no, because Skinflint's got a ranged weapon, hasn't he? Don't matter, because he's got a 3-inch range anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, what the hell? He moves in. So, Skinflint first. Skinflint's going to hit. He's got a glaive, which is doing D8. He has a strength of 2. So he hits on a 10. He hits, and he does D8 damage. He does 5 minus the armor of 3. He does 2 damage. 2 damage to the jailer. So the jailer is now is now down to 28 because he only actually does 2 damage. Oh, hang on. That's better. There you go. Right. So that's Skinflint, but the jailer hits back. So the jailer hits back, hits on a 12. He got a 19. Oh no. Again, monsters don't get that -3 if they don't have friends nearby. Okay, so he hits Skinflint back, doing 2 damage. Skinflint only has armor of 1, so he takes 1 damage. Nuts. Oh, hazelnuts. Down to 9. That's Skinflint done. We'll now do Urimoti. So he's attacking. He hits on a 10. He gets a 16. He hits. Now the Ulfbr sword does D8. Bonk. 7. -3 is 4 damage. Alright, nice. But the jailer whacks back. Hits on a 12. He gets a 10. He misses. Next we have Dernbert. He's going to whack with his Ulfbr sword. So he's also hitting on a 10. Gets a 6, he misses. Does the jailer miss? On a 12, he misses as well on a 4. Nice. Right, now Andy. Now it's your turn, Andy. So Andy moves around just a little bit, so he's not the closest enemy to the cultist. He's going to whack. Now, Andy has a strength of 1. Oh, but his vampiric short sword is an agility weapon. So his agility is 0. So he hits on a 12. He gets an 18! Yes. Only does D6 damage, but let's see how we do. He does 5. Woo! -3 is 2. So, the jailer's down to 22. And he heals D6 because of the relic short sword. So he heals 2. So from 6, he's healed back up to 8. Because, I don't want Andy to die. If he dies when he's holding this relic, this vampiric tongue short sword, he becomes a blood rage vampire. I don't want that to happen. Right, that's those 4. Now it is Reed the Penguin. What's he going to do? He can only peck for D4. I'm assuming that his move is the same. I mean he could attack the cult. Oh, but I don't want the cultist to die because of that. I actually want him to sort of just survive these 2 rounds so he can go back to using his bow. I mean, I could move him over here, but there's a risk that a cultist is going to pop out of there, isn't it? But I don't know. I'll just move him. I'll just move him over here. Now I'll be down to 1 turn. Okay. I mean, I could peck the cultist, but I don't want the cultist to die, to be honest. Right, that is the warband's turn. Now it is the monster's turn. So we'll do the jailer first. He will there's 4 in contact now, so let's do it random. He will attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get a 4. He's going to attack Andy. Oh no. Okay. So he attacks Andy. He hits on a 12. Hits. 15. He hits. How much damage does he do? 4. Okay, Andy has 2 armor, so that becomes 2. So he's back down to 6 again. I just healed those. Come on, Andy, get your revenge. So Andy hits back. He's hitting on a 12. He rolls a 14. So close to being a 20, but he rolls a 14. And he does 2 damage, which is not enough. Gets soaked up by the armor. Right, now it is the cultist's turn. So he will move 2d6 towards the nearest enemy. So 10. Didn't really need to roll that, did I? So the closest enemy is Danbert. So he moves into contact with Danbert and attacks. Right, let's have a look. Attacks. The cultist is doing D6, has got 1 armor. Okay, so the cultist is hitting on a 12. He misses on an 11. Great. Danbut hits back. He's hitting on a 10. Gets a 14. He hits. He's doing D8 damage. 4 minus the 1 armor is 3 damage to the cultist. So the cultist is down to 5. Okay. End of turn. We've now got to roll and see if any more cultists appear. Please, no. Don't want more. Okay. Here. Yes. Here. No! Here. Oh, right. Another one appears here. And another one appears here. Oh no. The penguin's in trouble. Right, I've just adjusted the camera position a little bit so that we can see what's going on. Yeah, it's not looking too good, is it? We've now got 3 cultists on the table, which is a real pain in the bum. But again, I don't want to kill the cultists because it's going to heal this git. So I think the penguin's going to run away again. Now Reed can actually run at 6, so again, because I don't want to be the closest enemy, so I think Reed's just going to run to there. Oops, sorry. Why did I measure from the dice? That's near enough. Okay, so Reed's going to run there, out of the way, so he's not the closest enemy, so the cultist will leave him alone. Next turn he comes back, he can start zapping again. Right, next up we have, I think for my activation, I'm not actually going to attack the cultists. Because like I say, there's always the danger of actually killing the swines. Is the hit back automatic? Like, can you choose not to hit back? I don't know, we'll have to see. Right, so we are going to attack the jailer. We're going to be starting off with Skinflint down the bottom here. So he has his glaive, so he's hitting on a 10. Bonk. 17, he hits. Oh yeah, and he does D8. He gets an 8! Hells yeah! -3 for the armor. -3 for the armor. That's 5 damage. So the jailer is now down to 17. Ooh! But he's going to try and hit back, unfortunately. So he hits on a 12. He misses on a 3. Right, next is Urimoti. Urimoti is also going to hit. He hits on a 20. Oh, sorry. He hits on a 10. Oh no. That's another fumble. Statistically, it shouldn't be humanly possible for me to roll this many ones. If it was inverted and I rolled this many crits, that would be nice. Oh, it's a crit. He drops his bloody weapon. Alright, I'll do that in a sec. I've got to find the token. Right. So he fumbles and misses. The jailer hits back with a 12, which is a hit. Oh no. And he does 3 damage. Now, Urimoti has 2 armor, so he takes 1 damage, which brings him down to 8. Right, let me just get that dropped weapon token. Hang on a sec. Right, here we go. Here's the dropped weapon token. So he's dropped his weapon. Nats is have to spend an action picking up that bloomin' thing now, isn't he? Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, I bet that gets laughing as well, neither the jailer. Right, next is Danbut. I think Danbut is going to attack the jailer rather than the cultist. So he hits on a 10. Jeez, what the? Oh, look. Oh, you can't see. Oh, sorry, you can't see the bloomin' dice thing. Sorry, I didn't realise that. Look, it's another one. It's another fumble. I'll have to reposition the camera. Hang on. Let me readjust the focus so you can actually see the dice rolls. Oh no. Right, you can see a bit of the dice tray here now. I'll try and roll into this corner here. But yeah, another fumble. Are you? Guess what? He drops his weapon as well. This isn't funny, but it's what always happens in my games. Right, Danbut drops his weapon as well. Oh dear. Oops, sorry, hit the mic. This is not funny. Oh, and guess what? Jailer can try and hit back. Or did he? Did he hit back? I honestly can't. I don't think he did. Right, so he tries to hit back. He gets a 2. Okay, the Jailer misses. I can't remember if I rolled the reaction for the Jailer just then for Dan, but never mind. Okay, Andy, it's down to you, Andy. Come on. Andy hits on 12. He gets a 19. He hits, doing... No! That means he doesn't heal either. No! Does 2 damage. This thing's got armor of 3. I need cruel weapons. I really need cruel weapons. Oh, not good, not good, not good. So Andy misses. Now, again, the Jailer's going to return fire. Misses. Okay, good. Yeah, that's the end of the warband's turn. Now it's the monster's turn, and this is going to get nasty. Right, Jailer first. Jailer is going to attack Urimoti again. Right, needs a 12 to hit Urimoti. 9, he misses. Now, Urimoti can hit back because he does have clawed nails, which isn't agility. Agility is -2. So he can actually hit back with his clawed nails. So he's got a -2, so he needs a 14 to hit. 19, he does hit. Can you see that in the camera? Yes, you can. He hits with his nails. Doing clawed nails. D6, come on. 5. So 5 damage -3 is 2 damage. Nice job, Urimoti. And that's the Jailer. Now we've got 3 cultists to worry about. Now this one's already in combat, so I'll do him first. He attacks Dambut. Now Dambut doesn't actually have a weapon, which is a problem. So the cultist hits on a 12, rolls an 11, he misses. Dambut, what's the point? Because fists only do D1. They only do 1 point of damage, so with armour you can't do nothing. So Dambut can't hit back. That's a bit pathetic. Right, next cultist. I think this cultist will attack Skinflint. This one... how far away? Who's the closest? Andy is about 3. Urimoti is... just less than 3, so we'd actually go for Urimoti. Okay, but it all depends on the movement. But of course, 2d6. So we'll do this guy first. He moves minimum 6 inches, so he actually gets into combat with Urimoti, which isn't good. So rolls to hit, needs a 12 to hit, gets a 3, which is a miss. Again, apologies about the dice tray. I can't really fit it in and still sort of focus on the action. So the cultist misses. Urimoti can hit back. He has the claws. With a 4, he doesn't have the claws, so he misses. And then we've got this cultist. He is going to move. Double one. 5, which is easily enough to reach Skinflint. So this cultist rushes in on Skinflint, hits on a 12, misses on a 6. Ooh, Skinflint's got a chance. Skinflint hits back. Skinflint hits on a 10. Oops, sorry. Gets a 14, he hits. He's using a glaive, so D8. Does 8. Armour of 1, 7 damage. And these things have 8, so this guy's got 1 life left. Uh-oh. I don't want to kill these guys, that's the thing. I don't think I'll be hitting back at this cultist anymore. Because when a cultist dies within 8 inches of Bod here, he heals back 5. I don't want him to heal. Right, that is the monster's turn. End of turn. What's his face? Reed comes back after being a penguin. So Reed is back. Squawk, squawk, what the hell? And we've got to check for cultists again. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, let's have a look and see. Here. No! Every bloody turn! Down here. Over here. Every turn one's come out from here. No. Right, let's get another cultist. Let's get this bod out here. Right, another cultist pops out from there. 4 cultists now. Potential 20 hit points of healing for the jailer. Not good. Right, it is our turn. Oh dear. No criticals yet. Okay, it is a new turn. I think this is turn 4. I don't think I missed any. Turn 4. Right, warband. What are we going to do? Well, again, I moved the camera, didn't I? So, can you see it now? There you go. So, it is... I'll believe it there. Easily to see there. Okay, Reed. Reed is hidden there behind the statues. I think I'm going to activate him first. I'm going to move him and try that spell again. Because it's cruel, you see. It does an automatic 1 damage anyway, even if I don't roll high enough. So I'm going to move Reed 3 inches, which is his movement. So I'm going to move Reed to here, which is easily within range. So he's now going to cast, because I want to try and get closer in case I need to do some healing, yeah? Healing, I think I have to be next to the guy. Let me just check and see. Within 1 inch. Yeah, so I don't want to be too far away in case I need to do my healing spell. But I'm going to cast Flaming Hands of St. Vilmarex on this thing. It screwed me up last time. Let's see if I can cast the spell this time. It's a presence check. I've got a presence of 2, so I need to roll a 10. Come on! I've got a 16. He casts the spell. Yay! Woo! Now, the spell does D6 damage cruel. Okay, let's see how much we can do. 6! Right, so -3 for his armor. He does 3 damage with his spell. Well done. A little bit late, but well done. So the jailer is down to 12 life. Lovely job. Right, that's Reed done. Who's next? Next, we're going to be doing Skinflint. Skinflint is going to attack the jailer. Ooh, Skinflint hits on a 10. He gets a 10. D8, come on. 5 -3 is 2 damage. Nice job, Skinflinty boy. Then we have Urim. Oh no, sorry, reaction. Got to check. Does the jailer hit back? Hits on a 12. Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything about crits, should I? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so the jailer crits Skinflint. Right, crits do maximum damage. He's only got 1 armor, so he's taking 7 damage. He's got 2 life left. This isn't good. Also, he has to make a morale check. Oh no. Okay, morale is presence. What's his presence? -2. Right, he needs a 14. He needs to get a 14 or he runs away. A 14. He gets a 3, runs away. He runs away, he's buggering off. He can run 6. Nearest Tay village is over here. So, oh no, he's off. He's off. He runs, he legs it, he buggers off. Skinflint runs away. He's out of the game. I mean, technically he survives, but again, remember the roll I did for the calamity earlier? They're basically all dead. So, but in this make-believe battle, he runs away. Oh no, that's problematic. Right, who's next? Urimodi hits. Well, tries to hit. He needs. Oh yes. Oh, he hasn't got his weapon, has he? Should he pick up his weapon? I think he better pick up his weapon. So he's going to spend his action picking up his weapon. But there's no reaction from the jailer this turn. Dambert's going to do the same thing. Yeah, he's going to pick up his weapon. There's nothing. Because Dambert can't do nothing without a weapon. Okay. So it's all down to Andy. Right, Andy. Come on, Andy. Andy's going to hit on a 12. He gets a 13. He hits. But is he going to do any damage to hurt the thing? He gets a 5. He actually wounds. -3 is 2 damage. So the jailer is down to 8 life. And because he wounded, his vampiric tongue short sword heals him 6. So he's on 6 plus 6 is 12. His maximum is 11, so he goes back to maximum of 11. Yes! Nice job, Andy. Oh, Jailer's down to single figures. Can we survive long enough to do this? See, the thing is, we've got to win the game. We've got to defeat the Jailer. It doesn't say that we have to escape as well. So what I'm thinking is, if I kill the Jailer, the cultists will just dissipate, disintegrate, run away, collapse, you know, so let's hope. Right, that is all the warband. That's everybody done. Now it is the monster's turn. Oh god, okay, now we've got 4 cultists here. Okay, we'll do the Jailer first. He's going to attack Urimotti, so he hits on a 12. He gets a 6, he misses. Urimotti hits back, he now has his sword, he hits on a 10. He gets a 6 as well. Urimotti misses. This is not good, but I was expecting it not to be good. So that was the Jailer. We've now got 4 cultists. So let's do the ones who are in combat already. So we'll do this guy first. He's going to attack Dambut. Now I think Dambut is not going to hit back. So the cultist attacks Dambut, misses on a 10. Dambut is not going to hit back because we don't want to kill the cultists. This guy is with Urimotti, so he hits on a 12. He gets a 6 and misses. Now again, I don't think I want Urimotti to hit him back because I know he. The thing is, he can't kill him with one hit because he's using an Ulfbert's sword, which does D8. They have 1 armor. So even at maximum hit, they're still going to be alive like this guy was. So yeah, okay, he's going to retaliate. Hits on a 10, misses on a 2. Okay. So these 2 cultists have gone. We've now got these 2 left. Now, this one's going to attack, or going to move towards Urimotti because he's the closest. Can he reach? Of course he can. He's so bloody close. 3 inches. I mean, it was low roll, but he's only 1.5 inches away. So he's going to move in because Urimotti's the closest. Keep hitting this, whoops. Don't want to break it. Right, so he moves in. He attacks Urimotti, so he's rolling on a 12 to hit. Misses on a 4. Urimotti is not going to retaliate. And then we've got this guy. Now, who's the closest for this guy? I think this guy would attack Andy, to be very honest. So let's see how fast he moves. He moves 7 inches, which is easily enough. So this guy charges Andy. Hits on a 12. Misses on an 8. There's actually no... Should Andy... There's no point actually Andy reacting, to be honest. He's fully healed, so he doesn't need to. He might do it at a future turn when he needs healing, maybe. But I think at the moment he won't bother. Right, that is all the cultists done. It is the end of turn, and guess what? We've got to see if any more bloody cultists turn up. Right, here. I knew it. I knew it. Every turn. Here. No. Here. No. Every turn, this is overflowing with cultists. Another one turns up. Another one. Right. That's 5 cultists we have on the table now. I need to take the Jailer down. He's on 8 life. I've got to try and take him down in the next turn. Right. End of turn 4. We're now at turn 5. I really need to get this guy out of here. We've lost Skinflint already. He ran away. Okay, let's go. Warband's turn. Reed is going to stay exactly where he is, and he's going to cast his spell again. So he needs a 10 to hit. He gets a 15. He hits. How much damage does he do? Now, this spell does have Cruel, so it will inflict at least 1. We get 3. Armor would stop that, but because it's Cruel, he does 1 point of damage. Meh. That's Andy done. Right, Urimotti's going to hit the Jailer. Still no negatives or anything. So he hits on a 10. 6, he misses, damn it. Jailer tries to hit back, misses on a 7. Come on! Danbert hits, hitting the Jailer again, hits on a 10, misses on a 7. Jailer returns fire and fumbles. The Jailer fumbles. He drops his weapon. Oh, he drops his whip. Or at least during his turn, he's going to be picking it up instead of attacking us, I suppose. Who's left? Andy's left. Andy's the only one left. Come on, Andy. You've got to do some damage. So Andy hits on a 12. And the Jailer can't hit back because technically he doesn't have a weapon. Well, that was bloody useless. We've done 1 point of damage in that entire turn. Oh, no. Right. Monster's turn. Or Monster's time. Okay, Jailer will pick up his weapon. That's all he can do. Alright, let's do the cultists. Now again, I don't think I'm going to be hitting back with most of them, so... Right. This cultist will hit, or try to hit, Urimoti. It's on a 12. Fumbles! The cultist fumbles. He drops his weapon this time. Ha ha. Urimoti's not going to hit back, because he would kill him. This cultist attempts to hit. 16, he does hit. Nuts. And they are using swords. So he does D6, 3. Urimoti has 2 armor, so he takes 1 damage. He's down to 7. And is he going to hit back? Yeah, why not? I mean, this one we can afford to because he's not wounded yet. So he hits back on a 10. Hits on a 10 and does 2 damage. So 1 armor. This guy's down to 7. This cultist will attack Danbert. Hits on a 12. Misses. Danbert will not hit back. This cultist will attack Andy. Hits on a 12. Misses on a 7. Andy doesn't need to hit him back. And I think he's going to save him in case he takes a wound. Right, we've got 1 more cultist left. This bod here who appeared last turn. Who's he going to attack? I think they're all kind of equidistant. 2 attacking him already, so it's either this guy or this guy. Oh, should he? I think he's going to go towards this guy because these guys are already engaged. This, he hasn't. So I think he's going to move towards Reed, which could be a problem, but I think that's what would happen. So we get 8, which is easily enough. So this cultist faces off against Reed, which is not preferable. Right, he tries to hit Reed, hits on a 12. He gets an 18. No. Hits for D6. Oh no! 6. Right. Well, luckily, Reed now has armor. He's got 2 points of armor, so that only does 4 damage, which brings him down to 6. That's not good at all. Right, now he's going to hit back. He does have a hand axe, but he also has that what we do in the shadows feat, which basically is making him like a vampire. Thing is, I don't want to kill the guy really, so I'm going to try and use my teeth. So I'm at a -2 from agility, because it's an agility thing. -1, scared of monsters. Actually, does this count as a monster? No, it doesn't count as a monster because he's a cultist, so I don't get that -1 from the floor. Yay! So I'm only at -2, and it is a 14. I need to hit on a 14. A 6. Okay, well at least I don't kill him. I don't want to kill him because that will heal the blooming thing back. Right. So that is all the cultists done. The jailer is done, and oh no, here we go. Here we go. It's the end of turn. Are there any more cultists? It's like a bloody production line. This one. Oh, this one. No, 2 more. My last 2 figures. I've only got 2 more painted up. After this, I've got to use unpainted ones. Oh, 2 more cultists appear. I really need to take this guy down this turn. Oh dear. And Reed can't help this turn, unfortunately. Oh dear, that's not good. So I've got to rely on my 3 guys to do at least 7 damage. All right, think positive. Oh, I've forgotten to use my omen cards. Oh, I forgot to use my omen cards all this time. No. Oh, that's unforgivable. What we got? Deal maximum damage. I could use that. Automatically pass 10. Could use that. I could have avoided the critical. Skinflint could avoid the. Oh no! I forgot the omen cards. I'm in trouble. I'm going to get roasted for that in the comments. All right. So, my turn. What's Reed going to do? I don't have any choice. Right. So I'm going to. There's two cultists just waiting to pick me off. Right, so Reed is going to try and move away. Yeah, but I mean, it's a 12 test for monsters anyway. So Reed's going to try and move away. I need this to be a 1 because we're rolling on behalf of the cultist. He needs to fumble this so that I can get an extra ability. Come on. I've got 2 1s. It's an 11. So he fails the agility check, so I can move out of contact. But because it wasn't a fumble on his part, I don't get to do anything else. So I'm just going to move over here, still potentially within range. And that's the end of his turn. He can't do nothing else, which is a bit of a problem. Right, I've got 3 guys left, and I've got to do 7 damage to this thing. Otherwise, we're in deep doo-doo. Right, Urimoti's going to hit, hopefully. Let's see how we do. So he's going to roll a 3. I think I'm going to... Because now that I've remembered my omen cards, I'm going to automatically pass the test. I'm going to use my confidence card to automatically pass the test, so I hit. Now, I'm doing 8 damage. That's the maximum I can do. So let's see what we roll. So we roll, we get a 1. No, okay. So I'm going to use devastation, do maximum damage. So forget that. I do 8 damage minus 3 is 5. So he's down to 2 damage, but I've used 2 of my omen cards. Jailer retaliates now that he has his weapon on a 12. He fumbles again. Oh, at least the fumbles ain't all on me. They've been spread equally between me and the jailer. Right, he drops his weapon again. Good. Serves you right. We are now with Danbert. Now we're going to do at least 2 damage to this guy. So Danbert, what have we got? I can re-roll. I've got another omen card where I can re-roll 1 dice. I can also cancel a crit. Alright, so Danbert is going to hit. He hits on a 10. We're hitting the jailer. Yes, we got a critical. Which means maximum damage, which is 8 minus 3, which is 5 damage. The jailer! We killed the jailer. He goes down. And I think we win the scenario. We actually did it. Oh, I was a little bit worried. Well, technically I've won it, but again, remember at the start when we did our first turn, Reed cast his spell and basically killed everybody apart from Andy. So, in terms of gameplay, we defeated the jailer. So, we succeed. But the warband's dead. Like I say, I'm going to take the result for that first calamity as being the reality. So the warband is dead, deceased. I am planning to do more Bestiarum Forbiddenpsalm adventures, but for that one, I'm going to have to create a new warband because, like I say, Andy wouldn't be able to survive on his own. So we managed to defeat the jailer. My goodness, we were quite lucky. The plan to not kill the cultists worked. But luckily the cultists didn't do a lot of damage, which ensured that I stayed around long enough to hit the bloomin' thing. Excellent. Right, we're done. Rise of the Jailer and Burial Isle are complete. A lot of fun. And as I've mentioned before, both of these adventure packs are free with the Bestiarum Welcome Pack for their Patreon. You can also download them. I think they're $7. I can't remember exactly how much they are, but you can find them, if you're not a Patreon, you can find them on my mini factory. And the download is either Forbidden Psalm or 5e if you purchase outside the Patreon. But if you are on the Patreon, the welcome pack has both Forbidden Psalm and 5th edition. That was exhausting. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. We managed to stop the jailer. We managed to stop this demon from coming back into the mortal realm and creating havoc. What does the future like? What does the future hold for our next warband? So, guys, if you did enjoy this, and if you have been enjoying the series, please, please, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, click the notification bell for news about when I drop new videos, and leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Have you tried these Bestiarum adventures? Are there any that you recommend? There is a couple that I'm looking at to continue this. But if you've got recommendations in terms of specifically which one, let me know, because I may have to start doing a bunch more printing to get the miniatures ready. So guys, thanks again, once again. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Cheers.